This is the demo of the locked browser using VeraCrypt. The idea is that instead of locking the browser, we put it in an encrypted folder. So here we open up our folder, which launches VeraCrypt, hit mount, and input our passphrase. Of course, the longer the better. We allow the folder to decrypt. And this is something you do at the start of the session. The folder is mounted, we can open it, open up Google Chrome. And this Google Chrome is completely separate from the system installed version. So it has all of my bookmarks already there. For example, my pysis.net bookmark. And when we close it, we dismount the folder so that only the encrypted folder is left, leaving our files safe and all of our Chrome passwords secure. The other solution is using 7-zip, which I have already opened here. Now we just select the folder that we extract and we insert our passphrase. To remember the passphrases, I use my pysis, of course. So I can use it even without anything installed. The folder decrypts. Then I find it on my desktop. There it is, secured browser. Open up Google Chrome again, which opens a version completely separate from the system version, keeping all my bookmarks, history, and passwords private. Let's show how it's done. The key tool that we're using is PortableApps.com, and you can download a portable version of Chrome. What this means is that this version of Chrome runs without having to reference any other files on your file system. It's a completely self-contained installation that you can then move around. I've downloaded it from PortableApps.com. In the example, I'm using Chrome, but you could just as well use Firefox. To install it, we double-click and run through the installer, and I'm just leaving it in the downloads folder because we'll move it later. It's downloading Chrome. Of course, if your internet's slower, it'll go slightly slower. I didn't cut this out because, well, you can just skip forward if you want. There it is, it's finished in a little folder that I can drag to the desktop. Let's show that it works. Double click, Google Chrome, and there we go, a completely new installation, not talking to the system. The next step now is to encrypt this folder so only you have access. We'll open up VeraCrypt that I have already installed as it's my home computer. We'll press on Create Volume and follow the wizard, just standard options throughout. We'll make a new file on the desktop and call it Demo Browser. Yes, that's what I called it, .vc. I called it .vc for a little bonus reason, which will be at the end of the video. Set the location, then we choose the encryption options and the size. The bigger the volume, the slower it will be to encrypt, so I set it to 5. Here we set a passphrase, again the longer the better. And again I'm using my pysis card to create a safe long passphrase. It does ask for 20 characters, but I think with the character selection it's safe enough what I have. No large files, and then we do a little mouse dance to provide random data for the encryption. You can go as long as you want. It creates the volume for us. There you go, should be done any second now. Finished, exit, and there we go. Again, now we open it with VeraCrypt and we have to mount it, inserting our passphrase. Again, I'm using the My Prices card. So I have some muscle memory for the different phrases I use. Decrypts it and mounts it. In this case, it will be on the H drive. Now we just drop our Chrome folder into it. Let it copy. And open Chrome from inside. Now let's look at the 7-zip version. This uses PortableApps to install 7-zip. And it's for cases where you don't have administrative rights to install VeraCrypt on your computer. Once again, we go to the PortableApps website. And we search for 7-zip. 7-zip is just an archiver, and you can include a password to extract files. One of the biggest differences is that you can open the archive and see file names, which you can't do with VeraCrypt. We install it with the same process as we installed the PortableApps version of Chrome. I just put it directly on the desktop. Then we open it up. And here I opened it twice, just for dramatic effect. We navigate to the folder we want to encrypt or protect. It's on my desktop. Once we have the folder chosen, we press Add, and we put in our password. Once again, I'm using My Prices to create a very safe and quick to enter password. And it will encrypt the folder for us. You can already see it's a little bit slower in encrypting the file, but to extract the file is just as fast. Of course, if you want the browser to remember your settings, you'll have to encrypt it every time you're done. VeraCrypt takes care of that for us. We can now close 7-zip. And here is the encrypted file. First, let's delete the unprotected version. Here is the encrypted 7-zip file, which we can double click to open. We can see the folder name there. Press extract and insert our passphrase, once again referring to the prices card, of course. Like I said before, you can see the file names in this case, and also when you're done, you have to either encrypt the updated version and delete the old one, or just close it and accept losing some of the changes you make in the folder. But it's decrypted, put on the desktop, and we launch Chrome, and we can see this is the separate from system version of Chrome. The reason I called the folder .vc was for file association. The thinking here is to give the folder an extension that Windows doesn't recognize, in this example .vera, and then I can associate that extension with VeraCrypt, which will mean that every time I double click the folder, VeraCrypt will open it once, and I can decrypt and mount the folder without having to open VeraCrypt separately. So it's just a little time saver, just like this.